Okay, this is going to be the third video lesson on inequalities. We're going to start to talk about two variables. As you can see, there's both an x and a y. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to graph, when it's in this form, we're going to graph the line. All right, now, which remember, you start with the y-intercept. Okay, so my y-intercept is -4. So remember, this is the y-axis. Okay. All right, then I use the slope, okay? All right, top number tells me how many I rise or fall. How do I know if I rise or fall, whether it's positive or negative? And this tells me how many I go to the right. So what I'm going to do, because it's +2, I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2, up over 1, 2, and 3. All right, now, before I connect the dots, here's the other big thing. All right, so here's the thing I got to decide. Is it a solid line or a dashed line? All right. Now, how do I decide that? Okay, I decide that if it's this inequality or this inequality, it's solid. If it's this inequality, it's dashed. So this is very similar to, remember we had a closed circle? Okay, this would be like a closed line. Open circle, open line. So what I would do is I just make little dash marks through that, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my calculator. I'm going to use Desmos, okay, to help me shade it. All right, so let's take that down. All right, so what I do, I go into here, all right, just type what you see. Y, this inequality, 2 divided by 3. Make sure you click over there and put the x on that side with a -4, okay? You can see the dashed line and it's shaded above. You just go like this for shading. That's all you have to do. Now, if you made a mistake in graphing the line, you obviously can make the adjustments as needed. Okay, so let's go through a couple of those. So here I would have a y-intercept of 4. What is this as a fraction? -5 over 1. So this means go 5 down, 1 right. So down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 right. Would this be a solid or a dash? This would be a solid line. Okay? Then I'm just back into Desmos, type in what I see. All right, less than -5x plus 4. As you can see, solid line. Oops, I forgot my negative. Okay, solid line shaded on this side. Okay? Let's go to a next one. We got y is greater than or equal to x minus 7. So -7, this will be there. Okay? What number is in front of here? 1 over 1. So 1 up, 1 right. So 1 up, 1 right. What kind of line do I have? Because that's underneath there, I got a solid line. Okay, go into Desmos. Just going to type what I see. Okay, y greater than or equal to x minus 7. Okay, there shows the shading. Okay, and the idea behind this is any of these points, if I put them into here, it would make the inequality work. Like for instance, let's say the point, let's say 2, 1. Okay, if I put 2 in for x, so this is what my inequality is. If I put 2 in for x and 1 in for y, is 1 greater than or equal to -5? It is. So that's why that works. So when we shade, that's what we're talking about, is what points would you put into the inequality and the inequality work, okay? So I've got 3 of them for you to do. Pause after each one. Okay, so pause right now, do this one, then unpause, you'll see the answer, and keep going through the tries, okay? So what I would do here is I'd start at 5. This would be 3 down, 4 right. So 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 4 right. Okay, this is a solid line, okay? All right, I'm using Desmos from there. So I got y less than or equal to -3/4, fourths. Make sure I click over here, x plus 5. I see the shading is right down there. Okay, all right, pause your video on this one, then go ahead and unpause. My y-intercept is -2. As a fraction, that's 6 over 1, so 6 up, 1 right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1 right. Now, since it does not have the line underneath of it, I got a dashed line, all right? And then I'm just going y greater than 6x minus 2. And I can see the shading is on that side, okay? Next one, go ahead and pause and then go ahead and work on this. Okay, my y-intercept is 5 again, okay? This would be 1 over 1, so 1 up, 1 right. And since it, 1 over, 1 right, and since there's no line underneath of it, it is a dashed line, okay? So I got y is less than x plus 5. And I see the shading is below, okay? And that would be my answer, okay? Now, let's go ahead and go to these, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna treat these very simply. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find the x-intercept and the y-intercept, all right, to help us make the graph. So I'm gonna go ahead and go right to Desmos, okay, and I'm gonna type in 2x minus 3y less than or equal to 12, okay? And I'm gonna find, where does it cross the x-axis at? It crosses at 6, and it crosses at -4. So -4, it crosses at 6. I still have to make the determination that it is a solid line. Okay, it is a solid line. And the shading in this case would be above. Okay, so that's all you gotta do. You can even solve for the x-intercept if you wanted to. Divide by 2, x equals 6. That's where that comes from. Divide by -3, y equals -4. Okay? All right? So let's go ahead and look at this one. I can confirm those. 5x equaling 20, 2y equaling 20. Divide by 5, I got x is going to be 4. Divide by 2, I got y is 10. Okay? So let's confirm that. All right? I'm going to type in exactly 5x plus 2y greater than 20. Okay, so I can confirm my dots. I got 4 and I got 10. Okay, all right, so 10, 4. Okay, this is going to be a dashed line. Let's take a look at the shading. Shading's on that side. Okay, all right, this one, I just got x equals 8. This one I would just divide by 2. I got y is 2. So I should have a point at 8. Should have put a point at 2. Okay, let's go ahead and confirm this. I should have a dashed line there too as well. Okay, so I got x plus 4y less than 8. Okay, so let's confirm that. I got a 8 and I got a 2. That's exactly what I thought I would have. This would be a dashed line. The shading is down below. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna give you guys 3 to do. Go ahead and pause your video and go ahead and work on these. Okay, so that's gonna be 6x equaling 24, 3y equaling 24. I should have something at 4. I should have something at 8. Okay, so I should have a dot at 4 and a dot at 8. And I should have a solid line here, so let's check it out in Desmos. Okay, 6x plus 3y greater than or equal to 24. Okay, let's check out our dots. Dot at 8, dot at 4. That's what I got, okay? Solid line, shading on that side. Okay, this one, I'd have a thing at 9, take -3. I should have a y of -3. So x of 9 and y of -3. Okay, this should be a dashed line. Let's check it out on Desmos before I make my line. Okay, so I got x minus 3y less than 9. Okay, yep, that's at -3. and that's at 9. It is a dashed line, shading that way. Okay? All right, then I got this one. Should have one at 4, and I should have one at 6. So 4 and 6. Okay? Let's take a look at this. I got 3x plus 2y greater or equal to 12. Okay? Dot at 4, dot at 6. I'm good. Okay, this is a solid line. Okay, where was the shading? Couldn't remember. Oh, it's above. All right, so it's up here. All right, so that's that. Those three. Okay. Now we're going to get into the compound ones. Okay. These are basically what you're going to do is graph both lines. Okay, so I got to graph this one. That's going to be at -1. Okay. All right, I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, since I have this kind, I would have a dashed line through it. Okay, this one I would start at 2, and this is -4, 1. So what does it mean? 4 down, 1 right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1 right. This should be a solid line. Okay, let's check my work to see if I'm right. Okay, so the first one was y greater than, y greater than 2 divided by 3 with an x there, -1. Okay, so that was a dashed line. It was good. Dashed line about that location. All right, then I want to go y less than or equal to -4, 4x plus 2. Okay, now that's a solid line looking about where that one is. Okay, so I'm good. Now, how do I pick out the shading? You pick the darkest region and shade that. Only shade there. Okay, so you see how this is light blue, red, this is like a combination. Okay, that's how I get my answer. It's which one's the darkest. Okay, okay, which one's the darkest. All right, so let's go ahead and graph this one. This one I would start at 5. Okay, this means I go 1 down, 3 right. 1 down, 1, 2, 3 right. This would be a dashed line. Now, if you want to go ahead and go into Desmos and just start with the first one, you can. Okay, so dashed line at 5, I'm good. Okay, and this one I would go at -4. All right, this is 2 over 1, so 2 up, 1 right. So 2 up, 1 right. It is a solid line. Okay, all right, and so let's put the second one in now. All right, so I got y greater than, y greater than or equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, all right, not the best of colors here, all right, okay. I think there's a way to change the colors in that, but I don't know how, okay. I'm not sure how you change the colors, okay, but if you can see, light, darkest would be right in that area, so I'd shade right in here, okay. All right, now these two are the two ones with the intercepts. So I got 2x equaling 8, x is 4, -4y equaling 8, y is -2. Okay, so I should have a dot at 4, should have a dot at -2. Okay, I'm going to start with this, do this one at a time. 2x minus 4y less than or equal to 8. Okay, and I can confirm 4, I can confirm -2. Okay? Now I want to do this one. 3x equaling 6, x is 2, and y is 6. Okay? So x is 2, y is 6. Oh, by the way, this one was a solid line. Terrible drawn line. Like that. Okay? Let's go ahead and confirm this one. So I got 3x plus y greater than 6. Okay, so I can confirm this other dot was at 2, this dot was at 6, so I'm good there. This would be a dashed line. Okay, I got the darkest shaded area is going to be this area right there. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. This one I'd have x equaling 5. That's easy. 5y equaling 5. That's y is 1. Okay, so I got 5 for x, 1 for y. Okay. You want to confirm the line, that is fine. Okay, it's a solid line. Okay, don't need to worry about the shading yet. Okay, then I would do this one. This would be 4x equaling 24, -6y equaling 24. Divide by 4, I got x as being 6. Divide by -6, I got y equaling -4. So -4 and 6. Okay, all right, this is going to be a dashed line. Let's confirm that I got the right thing there. 4x minus 6y, all right, less than 24. Okay, I got that, boom. Okay, that's right on top of this other one. All right, okay, so that's a dashed line. Okay, and the shade, you can see the dark area. If I want to zoom out, you can sort of see. Sometimes if it's too light, you can zoom out. That top area will be the correct one. Okay, so just like the last ones before, I'm going to give you guys 4 to do on your own. Okay, go ahead and pause your video after each one. Okay, this one I would start at 5, and this means 3 down, 2 right. So 1, 2, 3 down, 2 right. Okay, this is a dashed line. Okay, this is -1 down. Okay, this would be 3 over 1, so 3 up, 1 right. So 1, 2, 3, 1 right. There's a line underneath of it, so it'd be a solid line. Okay, and just type those in for the shading now. Okay, y greater than -3 divided by 2 with an x there plus 5. This is going to be y less than or equal to 3x minus 1. Okay, you need to zoom out to see a little bit better. You can see the darker areas in there. Okay, so I would shade in that spot. Okay, let's go ahead and you can pause your video. We can work on this one. That's going to be -3 there. This means 1 up, 5 right. 1 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right. Since there's a line underneath of it, it would be a solid line. Okay, this one I would start at 1. This means 4 over 1, 4 up, 1 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 right. Okay, this would be a dashed line. Okay. All right, so this is going to be y is greater than or equal to 1 divided by 5. X minus 3. Okay, and then this one would be y is greater than 4x plus 1. Okay, you can see that the darkest area is this part from here. Okay, all right. Let's go on to this problem. Okay, so these are the intercept ones. X equaling 6, 6y equaling 6. So I got x is 6, y is 1. Okay, this is a solid line. All right. If you would want to confirm that first one, you can. Okay, x plus 6y greater or equal to 6. Okay, that's what I got there. This one I would do 2x equaling 14 and negative 7y equals 14. Divide by 2, I got x equals 7. Divide by negative 7, I got y equals negative 2. Okay, so I got 7 and negative 2. This would be a dashed line. Okay, so I'm going to add this one in there. 2x minus 7y greater than 14. Okay, now you can see, it's very, very hard to see that, but you might have to zoom out. You can see the darkest area is actually in this, just this little spot. Okay, last one here. Okay, so I got 5x equals 10. I got 2y equals 10. Divide by 5, I got x is 2. Divide by 2, y is 5. So 2 for x, 5 for y. All right, that would be a solid line. Okay, this one will be 2x equaling 12. All right, that's x equals 6. That's negative 4y equals 12. Divide by negative 4. Y is negative 3. So negative 3 and 6. This is also a solid line. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put both of those in Desmos and confirm them both. 5x plus 2y less than or equal to 10. Okay, all right, I got 2x minus 4y greater than or equal to 12. Okay, so you can see I can confirm all of these locations. Okay, all right, you can see the darkest shaded area is that area right there. Okay, so that is going to be your two variable inequalities.